It was wrong on so many levels. It was wrong on, it was wrong on, it was wrong on. Do it every single day, do it every single way. Make all the single ladies say, oh, Bo. And if I were gay, though I swear I'm straight, the fellas say, oh, Bo, oh, Bo, Bo. All right, what's up, gang? So let's go ahead and write out exactly what I'm looking to build here today. So something that ended up working for me that I did not expect to work was cold SMS. And the reason why I didn't expect it to work was because I sent out like 10,000 cold SMSs, and they didn't go anywhere. And I was like, wow, this is bullshit. But I decided to change my copy a bit. And after I changed my copy a bit, I sent out like 900. Like, it was not that many. And I ended up closing a client from that. So I think that there's actually more potential than I thought here. So if I could close a client daily from this, it's actually one of the most cost-effective ways for me to get clients. And the other cool part about it is that it's basically 100% automated. So that means that there's a lot of potential here. And the copy that I used was just literally stating what my offer was. It wasn't trying to sell a meeting. It was just saying, hey, do you want this? We charge this. If you're interested, let me know. I'll tell you about it. And then I literally just sent them a link to book from there. So I think what I'm trying to do today is taking a little bit of a deviation from the hook generator bot that I've been building. I have a few other functionality I'm trying to build out with that as soon as possible. What I'm trying to build right now is I want to build that cold SMS bot because that was a really, really good way of getting clients. It was really consistent, and I'm going to build it out entirely. The other thing that I want to build out really quick is I want to split test the landing page because I made a VSL, and I want to split test the landing page with just, hey, here is... Because the VSL is very clear about what the offer is. So I'm just going to say, hey, here's the offer. And then they have a link to book a demo from there. And I'm going to split test that and see if that converts better. My assumption is because, again, I'm a PPL agency. So there's an advantage that I have compared to guys who are on retainer. Like the guys who are on retainer, they kind of have to skirt around pricing. For me, I can say very clearly, hey, it's $75 per job request. And here's exactly how we verify quality. Like, I mean, it's basically 100% guaranteed that these are going to be good. So I think what we're going to do today is we're going to be custom coding a bot. And I think I'm just going to host it on AWS. I haven't really decided, or I might just buy another VPS. I haven't decided. That what it does is every single day, and I've been doing a lot of research this morning, and I've been using ChatGPT to help me go through the math to figure out what the cheapest way to do this is going to be. So what I believe the cheapest way is going to do this is going to be to use Outscraper. Outscraper I found is cheaper than actually pulling it from Google Maps. And the reason why it's cheaper is because they're pulling it in bulk. So it's literally half the price. So if I switch over to Google Maps, it's like double the price. And I don't need complicated data. It's very, very simple. It's literally like the simplest kind of data that we could pull. So Outscraper I think is going to be a really good option. And this is the next thing I need to figure out. So here's a couple things to mention that people don't talk about with cold SMS is that when you scrape numbers, not every single one of them is going to be mobile compatible, especially when you're dealing with a niche like this. So what we need to keep in mind is that there's only like an SMS valid rate. And I found generally it's probably about a fifth of the leads that you scrape because it's probably going to be about a fifth of the leads you scrape, most likely. How much did that one cost? Sorry, I can't show you guys part of this because it has sensitive data, so I can't show it. Name for emails, painting, landline. Okay, so I'm going to download this as a CSV. It might actually not be cheaper. I mean, a lot of the times what you notice is that it just kind of depends on the niche. It's kind of interesting. Because, like, when I pulled from this water restoration service list... Wait, these are the same list. Landline. Huh. It's weird. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. So, it really, really depends. Oh. Okay. Might see what's going on here. Mobile, landline, mobile, landline. So, number validation, country, and location. Okay. So, according to number verify here, for every extra number that we verify, they do have a pricing option for that. What would be our adjusted pricing option based on this? Okay. So that's the interesting thing. So we'll use outscraper slash professional plan. If we look up beyond that, 24 cents each. Lookups per month. Number verified. Total $6 a day. $6 a day for full averages. Cost goes up, but you still get full coverage, i.e. validate all the numbers. Using numVerify is a big variable. If the actual lead is lower, then you may need to scrape and validate 5,000. Rate limits and API throughput. At 3 to 4 lookups a day, ensure your script slash job schedule respects nums per second limits, if any. Quality of phone data for outscraper. Many scrape businesses have no phone number, invalid ones. You'll waste lookups. Even SMS compatible numbers may opt out. Be on DNC lists or bounce. Plan accordingly. Diminishing returns. Some portion of validated numbers landlines. I can return 3 different cost scenarios and provide a day per month to see how sensitive total cost is to yield. Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal. Like the difference is kind of huge. Here, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to download a couple of the enriches that I've done. provided here is all of the scrapes I have done from Outscraper so far. Do your best as fast as possible to go through these spreadsheets and figure out what the average number of SMS compatible lines that we can get. Also keep in mind that with Outscraper, we can tell it to only return certain kinds of data. I don't know if we have the ability for it to only return SMS compatible lines. That should be something that you look up. So while that's working, because that's going to take a minute. So Outscraper versus maybe num, verify, I don't know, whatever we'll end up using. What it's going to do is it's going to pull from that. It's going to stick it into GHL. Or maybe if I find some other kind of texter that's better. I don't know what it would be, but it's going to pull that into GHL. Text at least 1K daily is the goal. 1 day valid numbers daily. Text at least 1K daily. I remember seeing it's at least 1K daily. And then another part of this is I want all percentages, clicks, positive, pause, and neg response. God damn it. Responses. Pauses, neg responses. Meetings booked. Clients gained. Clients gained. Valid number, percentage, average wait until response, etc. tracked via Google Sheet. Updated daily with new batch at beginning row. Okay, so the goal is for basically all of this data to be tracked and all the responses to be tracked inside of a GHL spreadsheet. I mean, there's a bunch of ways to do this. I like how this one is set up. I like how this one is set up a lot. So I'm going to try to lean more towards that, if possible. You never know. Okay. Water damage, 30%, 30%, 60. Total sum, 49. Okay, about 40%. You can expect 400 SMS-ready numbers. Why painters are more mobile-heavy. Painting contractors typically use personal cell numbers, so mobile CTR is higher. Water damage niche is lower, despite bringing the average. If you target painting exclusively to return only mobile, no, cannot scrape. Can enrich numbers after scraping, but cannot pre-filter what Google Maps returns, meaning you must scrape all, then filter, then you get SMS-ready contracts. Cost projection, 2,500 scrapes per day. That means that we have a cost of $10 a day. Number verify, total validation, $4 a day. Grand total, $14 a day. Painter specifically. Outscraper cannot pre-filter, so must filter. Actual cost. Would the pricing be different if we used Outscraper's number enricher instead? So I think that's the like, I mean, that's the main thing I'm working on right now, is just trying to figure out the best way to do this. Because, you know, I mean, it honestly probably doesn't matter that much. Oh, that's another thing I would like for it to track is split tests. Split tests. Yeah, that's another thing I would like for it to track. Okay, we need 2,500 numbers a day to get about 1,000. First, 75, 250. So outscraper would be 325. Cost of numberify total would be $4 a day. Outscraper number enricher. Number verify is 60% cheaper. Outscraper's phone enricher, pretty accurate, similar to typical CSM lookup. Uses a telephony metadata provider, not 100%, but still very good. Good enough for SMS filtering. And you combine this with your own blacklist/RAID control anyway. Both are compatible for mobile versus landline detection. You won't notice a meaningful difference in your SMN delivery between the two. Outscrape. Okay. Winner number verify. Only 1/3 of the cost. I can generate a scalable table. Yeah, scale the costs. I'm interested. So yeah, it'd be about $500 per month for a meeting a day. Scales pretty linearly too, which is nice. Currently, I use Go High Level to send the text messages. Figure out how much that costs me daily for 1,000 SMSs a day. But actually gain is small compared to cost increase. So yeah. Google Maps scrape class contacts plus it becomes way more expensive at scale. Dynamic mechanic of the pop up, the GHL integration, Daily City. Send text messages. Cost for 1,000 SMSs. So it costs about $7 a day. This would be your total burn rate, assuming 1 segment per message valid, mobile numbers, and a properly registered A2P 10 DLC setup. Is there any cheaper options for sending bulk test messages like this that don't require A2P verification? Can I register a toll-free or short code number on GHL? What would the cost and deliverability differences be in that situation? Honestly, I don't know what the fuck a toll-free number even means. Do you just let you buy a toll-free? Shortcuts are theoretically possible. Toll-free, similar to low cost. Higher throughput, better delivery, were poorly registered. Carriers treat toll-free ATP as high volume friendly. Good for bulk SMSs. Very expensive and monthly lease. Fast delivery, ideal for massive volume. High cost, long load setup fee. Loses area code appearance, may feel less personal, slightly higher cost. So, like, I don't give a shit about this because the phone number is not going to be from where they're from anyway, so there isn't even a point. Probably the sweet pot. Higher throughability, good deliverability, toll-free ATP is more stable, and unregistered long codes like likely be flagged as spam. Overhead rent costs similar to local numbers, no massive upkeep. Rapid setup, buying inside the app. Why short code might make sense if you're doing high, many thousands a day or time-sensitive broadcasts. Short codes look official. Toll-free lacks local area code. Some people treat 1.8. This is less personal, more spam-like. Short codes are more expensive. If you want to switch number types, ensure opt-in compliance. Your cost delivery is your current model. Per SMS cost stays roughly the same. Throughput limit likely improves. Setup cost minimal. Just rent a toll-free number inside GHL and ensure ATP registration. Deliverability / filter risk, lower risk versus 10 DLC, better carrier compliance. Setup and lease costs like in hundreds of thousands, often not worth it unless you're sending tens of thousands per day. My recommendation, pipeline to scrape. Use a toll-free number in GHL. Avoid short codes. I can pull up 3 to 5 and approximate ATP registration costs that if you could buy right now, throughput versus cost of delivery. Telenex. This is Twilio. Still needs ATP compliance. What the hell is Telenex? I'm interested. I don't know what the hell Telenex is. What the fuck is this? Voice AI, voice API, eSIMs, text-to-speech, SMS API. Send and receive SMSs, message queuing. Okay. I don't know if I can show this to you guys, but I have to look up what toll-free numbers are. Phone system, phone numbers. Yeah, how's my number doing? Okay. Number pools, add number, add verified call number. Type, address requirement, none, toll-free, toll-free. Toll-free numbers will require verification. Messages will fail if used without verification. What's the number I have? Okay. Messaging limits. Message analytics. It failed. Six programmable. Programmable SOS error. Landline. Okay, what does 303 mean? Undelivered messages from short codes occur in the destination as a wire plane that does not support short code. Because the destination was unavailable or unreachable. Okay. I mean... So I already have A to P verified number that I've used for some text messages. If we use this consistently, do I run a genuine risk of getting my number banned? What would be the best ways to prevent that? No opt-out, generic marketing language. Okay, text numbers that are not mobile. Too many unresponsive tasks. 2 to 3. Yeah, what was the... Yeah, messaging analytics. Opted out. I want to know, like, past year. Okay. 3% opted out. Okay. Okay, I see. So I want the process from verified good SMS ready numbers / contact details to automatically be put into GHL to be sent. Well, actually, let me look up. So if I'm sending, it's actually like $500 a month. How should we do this? We can't use the GHL API. So what would be the best way around this? Putting this custom code into GHL itself, using the Excel lookup function? What do you think? This is the cost of sending SMSs that I noted from GHL. Will it still be only about $7 a day as per your estimation? GHL also has a number intelligence feature that we need to make sure that we work around and doesn't automatically verify numbers because these are numbers that are already verified. Okay, now we turn that off. scraping. How would you optimize the pipeline to decrease costs further without removing any of the features? No feature removal. Would it be cheaper to use Twilio for bulk SMS sending compared to GHL? Clean. Cut my sending costs from down to 8 to 10, 50 to 60, but only if you're ready to own the complexity. Care about the lowest possible SMS costs. Use Twilio directly. Sure, do that. Fuck. Why is this shit so expensive? I mean, I know why. It's to prevent people from doing stuff like this. I mean, honestly, dude, I don't think it makes that big of a fucking difference. Like, I literally don't think it matters that much. Like, I mean, if I can get access to Twillo, I think that'd be cool. But I've already tried applying for Twillo, and they told me to fuck off. So it's like, I don't know how to... What would Twillo costs for bulk SMS/MMS? Pick the one that applies for what we're doing the most. Be compared to just doing it with GHL. It was wrong on. It was wrong on. You know, these people emailed me. Oh my God, I fucking hate Outlook. Just doesn't want to open. I'll just fucking kill myself. Thanks, Outlook. Shoot my fucking brain. Yep. Yep. Did I ever get a response back from him? Oh my god, and it takes forever to load. This is another thing about Outlook, is that it's still loading. Load faster. Oh my god. Alright, there we go. Thank God. Hey, Gibson Oz, thank you for... You were rejected because blah, blah, blah. You mean the website that is working? I mean, it literally just makes more sense to like get rid of this account and make an entirely different account with my email. But I don't even know if that'll work. And I don't want this to take forever. So what? I just closed out of you. I don't want you. Well, that's dog shit. Worse. The thing about these guys is that they're priced not for this. See, I need like this many, and I know for a fact that GHL is cheaper. Like, I need like this many. I mean, it's kind of like if I don't get... The way to make this cheaper would be just to use Twilio. I gotta click on the buckets. Anything but the buckets. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, digging into this more, most most important thing going on here is this is the message that I was sending with GHL. Contact City is obviously replaced with what the actual Contact City is. Does this fit the requirements for the message to be as cheap as possible? Your current message. Oh, no, whatever. Your current message does not qualify in order to achieve. What happens if we remove the stop to opt out at the end? Does the price then go up? Interesting. Why your message is expensive, high deliverability risk, trigger words, rewritten version. Care to share details? Quick question. Can you write a version that still advertised the job request part, but with wording that doesn't violate A to P? Because that's the real thing going on here that we need. We have homeowner project requests coming into context that you need one painter to route them to. Should I explain? Okay. Hi, we're helping homeowners in Contact City connect with a single local painter for upcoming projects. Want to share the details. No pricing, keeps SMS cost lowest, no solicitation keywords, no spam keywords, phrases. Okay, so we need to align ourselves with something more like this. I'm curious about the super hard sell version. Okay, real quick, I'm going to use the pisser and get more coffee. Nick, back up. Stop. Nick, stop. No. All right. No. Okay. All right. Hit every single dude. Okay. I'm interested in hosting this bot that we're planning on building with AWS. What would be the process from here for me to start that? Don't write any code yet. Like, I mean, AWS is probably fine. It was wrong on. It was wrong on. Ladies say, oh, Bo, and if I were gay. Why is it lagging so hard? Yeah, it should be fine. What the fuck is kicking out my GPU? Oh, it's just... Oh, yes, of course, it's always Chrome. It was wrong on so many levels. Oh, whoops. If we go serverless Lambda, use AWS Lambda for the main bot. Use event bridge to trigger it. Lambda, read configs and secrets. Use EES Fargate. Okay, how does this work? Without having to manage servers or clusters. You no longer have to provision, configure, or scale clusters of virtual machines to run containers. Okay, this seems useful. Fargate Platforms offers Amazon Linux 2, BottleRocket operating system, and Microsoft Full Core. Capacity providers, Fargate Spot. At a discounted rate compared to AWS Fargate prices, Fargate Spot runs on spare compute capacity. When AWS needs the capacity back, your task will be interrupted with a 2-minute warning. Fargate does not support. Select a platform version. Okay. AWS Lambda. Ooh, this is useful. Okay. Yeah, this part is good. So we can both have the data storage on AWS, which will be nice. Secrets and config. You have a bunch of sensitive keys. GHL webhook URL or make webhook URL include a daily SMS cap. AWS, you should never hardcode these. Instead, use AWS Secrets Manager and Parameters Store. Give your Lambda an IMAN role so it can only read these secrets. Wire the outbound side. You got two general options here. Direct SMS from AWS, no GHL sending. Calls and voyage APIs. It handles message template, throttling, random delays, stop handling. GHL can also ingest leads later if you want CRM view. Use GHL only as the front end CRM and reply hub. Lambda ECS pushes into GHL via webhook/make. GHL workflows automatically send the SMS. AWS just the scraping, value, and polishing. Given your cost obsession and flexibility. Damn, it's saying obsession. My bad for wanting to save money, GPT. Direct SMS from AWS for Twilio and optionally push worm leads into GHL later. But the question was process from here. So for now, pick a one SMS gateway and open an account. Get API keys plus buy toll-free or clean A2P number. Store that key in Secrets Manager. You don't want a black box. Set up cloud launch spread. Alarm it. Bot fails X in a row. Step 7, get repo plus button to deploy. Before any code is written, decide where your code lives. Code commit, how you deploy, manual zip upload at first, fine. Or you simply have seed ID, deploy Lambda. Process could look like edit bot code locally, push to GitHub. Pipeline builds and deploys to Lambda/EES. Event bridge keeps everything running on schedule. For short vision, your next moves this week. You want to concrete, do this now. Create /AWS account. Pick US East. Decide Lambda or ES Gate. I'd pick Lambda for V1. Okay. Open accounts, SMS provider, and AWS create secrets for all API keys. Create DynamoDB table for phone/cache. Set up a sub Lambda function, logs beer and CloudWatch. Once the skeleton exists, it's time to start dropping the real scraping validation. Lambda, once you're ready for that stage, tell me something like, okay, assuming that we're using blah, 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 blah. Write the overflow files to show them in the main flow, but still no full code, and then we'll scaffold it before writing any heavy logic. Yeah, sure, that works. It's probably this. So I think I'm just going to stick with GHL because it's the easiest one to launch for now. And honestly, because we're going to be verifying and making sure that it's still relatively cheap. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick with GHL. I think I'm just gonna use GHL for messaging, even though I'll be honest, using GHL for messaging probably be more expensive in the long run. And I think eventually I'll convert it into Twilio. But the nice thing with vibe coding is I can just like tell it to do that and it'll figure it out for me. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't show that to you guys. Billing and cost management. I have, okay. Payments. Budgets. Okay. Cool. Okay. I pick Lambda. Okay, let's just use Lambda. I'm deciding I want to use the GHL SMS provider because it will be easier to enable split tests, as well as the workflow customization. We will have to keep in mind that I have a feature that automatically deletes leads that have not been engaged with, as in we texted them and they didn't respond after 90 days. Actually, what was that? Because that is something that I built out. That was something that I very intentionally built, was like, hey, I know that I'm doing cold SMS, but I want to make sure that, like, yeah, where is that? Max limit received? Is that what it is? Oh, okay. No. Is it this? Okay. Write me a cron here that does that. I want it to only run every 90 days. Okay. All right, cool. So we check if the tag include is bulk message sent, which every single contact coming in should probably have that tag. If we need to redo it to avoid the GHL number validation, then we can do that. And do it a different way, then we can. And also the booked call tag means that they did book a call with me. And the tag that is requested chat means that they responded positively. Contact created date is less than 90 days ago. And I don't even know how the fuck to check that. Okay. Do not update the contact number after the initial import. Do not use update contact actions. Only use add tag and add to workflow. Use this import pattern for your AWS, make or webhook. GHL contact created trigger. Immediately add tag bulk message sent. Okay. What do I pick here for Lambda? Lead scraper bot. Lambda permissions. Logging out of the box. We'll add later to read secret manager. You can ignore this. Click create function. Wow, this is complicated. Okay. I don't know what the fuck Clive Systems is. I don't care. Add env secrets manager. Okay, explain to me all the steps for the secret manager and the APIs that we'll need. Keep in mind, we're going to be using Outscraper, only for scraping the phone numbers as well as enrichment, just to make this bot as simple as possible for now to prove that it works. I will eventually come back to numVerify. It's just like I would rather test this whole thing and make sure that it's even like possible to do this before I spend like $60. I didn't really want to save it. I would rather I just bookmarked it, but that's okay. It's not a huge deal. Okay. Yeah, email was only like $2. Okay. Damn, they really just show that shit, huh? Okay. Okay, that's different. That's good. I can't show this stuff to you guys because it's my secret keys, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay. So what do I select for all of this for the AWS Secrets Manager? Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna copy the key, put that in there, and then value your key secret name. Imagine that instead of 123, it's the actual outscraper key. Is this all right? Should I change anything? Oh. Okay. So they are swapped. Secret name. Scraper key. Okay. Cool. I'm actually just going to build an entirely fresh GHL webhook workflow. So incurring the webhook trigger is a premium action. How much will that cost daily? How much does the GHL inbound webhook premium trigger cost? Fucking great. So there actually is a hard cost for incurring premium actions. Dang. Alright, whatever. Is it possible to just upload every single contact to be sent with one premium action instead of 1,000? That was a waste of $25. Using GHL's private integrations, is there any changes that we should make? Yes, show me the template of the entire bot so far built inside of AWS. Not file names, not code, nothing like that. Just a simple, this happens, this gets called, then this happens, then this gets called, and then we do this inside of the workflow to then send this, etc.